everybody, this is JoshSuth with iCCup TV, and I'm here with Raelcun, and we're casting this epic best of 3 between Day 9 and Orb. This is Game 2, and Day 9 has drawn Protoss again with his random selection, so 2 for 2 so far with the Protoss, and Day 9 spawning as the yellow Protoss over here on the left side of Metalopolis, and Orb down here as the pink Protoss at the bottom, and they are at close flying positions here on Metalopolis.
Yeah, and we did see Day 9 go for those Phoenixes last game. So Orb, maybe expecting Phoenixes again. We'll have to see. Phoenix is a somewhat common strategy amongst some of the higher level Protoss in PvP, just because they provide really, really good scouting. And as you can see in last game, if they go for a really quick Colossus, it sort of counters them, especially if you send your Colossus out on their own to scout, because that's been joked about quite a lot since this series. I didn't want to mention it during Game 1 because I didn't want to spoil it, but the Colossus Scout has been joked about quite a bit ever since, and that is actually In Control's fault because he was in the call and was joking about how that was the most expensive scout he's ever seen.
It's true. I mean, Colossus, you can't actually get too many more expensive scouts there. Maybe a Mothership Scout would be kind of embarrassing, but at least
that would be amazing. Recall. Yeah, so I mean, even if you did a Mothership Scout, you could at least recall before it dies and say it was intentional. So I don't know, maybe a Carrier Scout.
Yeah, without any extra interceptors. But both scouts of Orb and Day 9 going to the wrong positions first. They are going to meet up with each other around that Xel'Naga watchtower here in just a moment. Orb actually taking a side trip to check the tower. Not sure how much vision he actually got out of that, but he does run right past Day 9's probe anyway. And Day 9 stopping at the watchtower too. So.
And that makes me think that the two players aren't actually paying attention, because the point of stopping at the watchtower is to see if you can see your opponent's worker. And seeing as they both stopped at the watchtower, didn't see anything, their probes walked right by each other, and now they're progressing on their scouting pattern instead of saying, we saw their chosen scouts, and then skipping the second base and going straight to the third. It makes me think they just weren't really looking. They queued up their commands with waypoint, and then they just kept on moving. If we look over at Orb's base, he's getting gas at pretty much the same rate as Day 9. His first gas was a little bit slower, and then his second gas was a little bit earlier, so that pretty much... Oh no, actually his second gas was a little bit slower too. So he's slightly behind, but not anything super major. Like, oh my god, he's so far behind on gas, he automatically loses GG, nothing like on that level.
Well, Psionic Reaver actually pulling a little bit of a goof, talking in all chat, said there was an early third pylon, but he made a good point in Skype that night, saying, neither player knows which player made the early third pylon.
Yeah, and just taking a page from your book, because we all know that Josh is infamous for doing that in all chat and completely ruining games.
I may or may not have said Blink Stalkers in all chat one time and caused the guy to lose, but, he's alright with it.
Yeah, but ever since I give Josh crap about it every time, so...
Yep, well, and it's important to note that these games are just for fun. This is not a part of any tournament or anything. We just ask both players to come play for us, and, Orb, pulling a real fanboy moment in Skype chat, was, like, really, really eager to play against Day 9, and Day 9, of course, has the utmost respect for all the players, so, except maybe Combat X, but that's another story.
Does he even really count as a player?
I mean, he played some games. I saw he was in a game. But anyway, Twilight Council now finished for Orb, and Day 9, of course, getting this Stargate that I just showed you a second ago. And so it looks like we are probably going to see more Phoenixes, since the Stargate is not like incredibly speedy. Probably not going to see any Void Rays. Yeah, and there's the Phoenix.
Whoa, Dark Shrine. Whoa,
yeah,
what?
Dark Shrine over in Orb space.
Your probes are under attack.
I just got a message that my probes are under attack. Did you?
What?
Did you?
No.
Wow.
Do you have a player selected? Like, did you have the
vision? I did. I had Orb's Dark Shrine and Vision.
Yeah. So doing the Vision will give you their sound cues. It's actually really weird.
I was very concerned for my probe there for a second.
Wait, my probe? Okay, so the Phoenix is actually flying straight into Orb's base, and he actually avoids it. Oh no, he turns and actually does scout the Dark Shrine, and he's gonna fly up.
That probe there of Orb looking like he wanted to expand. but he actually ran back inside the base.
So he did get a pretty quick look there. What? Orb just canceled his Dark Shrine and then started making him blink right immediately in the Twilight Council and 2 more gateways. So, oh jeez.
This makes me really wonder still if the Dark Shrine was planned from the beginning or not, or if he realized he was caught with that Phoenix, because everything happened immediately after the Dark Shrine was canceled. You know, Blink started immediately, 2 gateways dropped right after. So I mean, either scenario I think could have worked out, because it's hard to afford a lot of Dark Templar off of multiple gateways anyway, so 2-gate Dark Templar doesn't surprise me that much if that was his actual strategy.
Yeah, it's just more common to see 3-gate Dark Templar. So Day 9 was maybe thinking, like, what is this? Why is it 2-gate? And then he saw the probe out in the natural is more of what makes me think that he had an idea that this was a fake, maybe. Just because of, you know, the probe, okay, if he's looking to expand, he's not really saving for Dark Templar, is he? What? That's...
And if you take Day 9's vision right now, he still sees, you know, that building warping in that is no longer there, so...
Oh, this is trouble.
Under the wrong impression. He actually did build a forge out here near his natural expansion and a cannon as well in preparation of some invisible units knocking on his door, but instead... Orb looks like he's moving out now with a big pack of stalkers here with Blink. He's got about 13 there, and a pylon over here by the watchtower. Did not notice that before, but now Day 9's hacking away at it. Oh, and he does retreat. He almost, 2 more seconds he would have killed that pylon, but Orb using it now to warp in even more Blink stalkers. So he's up to 15. He blinks up here and catches 3 or 4 zealots, kills them all. If he's Blink,
yeah, this is really bad for Day 9. His Nexus isn't going to finish, but because of it, he didn't produce many units. He's going to use these Phoenixes to try and take as many of the Stalkers out of the fight as he can, but he's not using this cannon. Like, if he had fought a little bit further back, the cannon would have been fighting and helping him out there. And he really only had the 1 cannon, so I'm not sure how much it would have helped overall, but, you know, it would have helped a bit. Orb doing that really nice Blink micro, not even letting them really get past the shields. So good job on the micro there by Orb, and it was just really good timing for him to attack there, catching Day 9 while he's trying to expand, and there wasn't a whole lot he could do to stop that. Like, if he had pulled something really nice, he probably would have been able to hold it off, but, you know, getting caught in the middle of the map didn't help and losing all those zealots.
Right, and a good combination of tricky play from Orb, canceling that Dark Shrine, and, you know, actually having a very solid force here of Blink Stalkers sealed the game for him. So now we're going to move on to Game 3 of this best of 3 between Day 9 and Orb.